What's up, guys? Luke Smith coming at you here from We Buy Property in Kentucky, located in the heart of Kentucky in Louisville. And today I'm coming to talk to you guys today about should you list your house with a realtor or should you sell it for cash? So there's obviously a handful of pros and cons to both, and so we're going to cover both of them. So when you list with a realtor, obviously you're signing a contract with that realtor. They are going to do all the marketing, all the advertising for you. So the nice thing with that is you really don't have to do a thing. So that is one of the pros. It's pretty easy. It's hands off. However, one of the cons to that is that you're going to have to clean your property up. They want you to spruce it up, they want it to make it look market ready, and they want it to look really pristine and pretty. So you're going to have to do some cleaning. Potentially you're going to even have to stage the property. And they might even ask you to paint or even redo some of the rooms. So that might entail some minor construction and work. So that kind of crosses off a little bit of hands off. However, another pro to listing your house with a realtor is that realtors can put your house on the MLS. So the MLS is a pretty strong tool. When they list your house on the MLS, that's a multiple listing service. That is literally going to get your property in front of the eyes of every other agent in the area, and that's brokers. So literally they're going to have their buyers that are looking for properties just like yours. They're going to see it and they're going to send that to their clients, and you're going to have a lot of eyeballs on your property. With that usually means that you're going to get a higher price for your property. The nice thing is with a bigger number of buyers, that also means that you've got a bigger or better amount of a chance to really get a better price for your property. So, imagine 100 people versus 1,000 people. I like the odds of 1,000 people. It just means that you're probably going to get a better offer from those people. Now, one of the cons, again, with the realtor, you're going to get a higher price. You're going to sell the property. In most cases, they can, depending on how good the realtor is, they're going to market it and they're going to push it around town to all the people that they know and try and spread the word about your property. But when it comes to the closing table, they are going to take a piece of that. Now, in most cases, a realtor is going to want 3%. But as the seller, you're not only paying your realtor, you're also going to pay, that's con. So you're going to pay your realtor, but then you're also going to pay the buyer's realtor. So your buyer is going to have 3% for a total of 6%. Now, if you sell the property, it's still a win. Obviously, you get to relieve that problem, and then you're done. You sold your house. Maybe that you're moving to a different place, or you had an extra property, you just want to get rid of it. Fantastic. But when you're paying 6% out of $100,000, if that's what the house is worth on average, you're looking at $6,000. That's a lot of money. I'd like $6,000 if you gave that to me. So that is a con. When you list it with a realtor, you are going to have to pay 6%. And one tip that we have, we do use realtors. We love realtors. We work with them all the time. We like to use Redfin. Redfin realtors only charge 1.5%. Now, you're still going to pay the 3% for the buyer's agent, but you're not going to have to pay 3% for your agent if you use a Redfin realtor. So that's just a tip that we have. We like using them. They've got fantastic service from everyone that we've dealt with, and it saves you a decent amount of money. So there's cons with listing it with a realtor. But when you're thinking about it, ultimately the pros listing with a realtor, you're going to get the eyes of the MLS. You're probably going to have a bigger buyer pool. Usually the property does have to be in tip-top standard shape for people to want to buy it. People aren't coming to buy a property that needs work. They want a house that they can just move into and it's move-in ready. Their problems are solved. When you're spending your hard-earned money, you usually don't want to buy a problem, right? So that's typically what it takes to work with a realtor. You're going to garnish a higher price. You are going to pay more when you exit that deal, but either way, the problem's solved. Now, on the other hand, you could work with an investor who you could sell your house for cash. So we're going to talk about that. So when you're working with an investor, obviously you're going to get cash for your house, which is fantastic. So I would say the pro there is that there's tons of investors or house buying companies just like us. We buy property in Kentucky. We buy houses with cash. So what that essentially means is these investors have money waiting on the sidelines, ready to invest it in property. They're looking to buy houses and they're looking to pay cash for them. So it's quick for them, it's easy for you. So right there, I would say a pro there is speed. The other component with that is the convenience. So when you're selling a property for cash, it usually means that you're not doing any repairs, you're not fixing it up, you don't even have to worry what it looks like. It doesn't matter if it's clean, if it's dirty, if the feng shui doesn't go. You're really not selling that buyer on living in the home. They're looking at it as an investment property. So the convenience right there, you really don't have to lift a thing or do anything. So the convenience, if I spelled that right. So speed, convenience. Then when you're thinking about some of the cons associated with that. So if your house doesn't look great and it's a mess and there's holes in the wall, there's holes in the ceiling, the floor's rotted out, obviously you're not going to garnish the higher price for that. But you don't have to do construction, you don't have to spend money on all these maintenance and repairs. So the con with the cash offer is you're selling your house as is, which is easier, but you're also not going to garnish the higher price. So it is likely that you will sell it for a lower price. But when you're thinking about that, investors are buying your houses with cash. So they are taking on the risk, they're taking on all those headaches, all those problems. And in most cases, when you rip open an old house, there's a lot more problems that are beneath the surface than meets the eye. So that is a risk that they're taking on when they're buying your property with cash. Another con to that really is, there's actually really, that's pretty much the biggest con is the price point. Some of the other selling points of that are that they will pay closing costs. So they're buying the property as is, pay closing costs, and then you don't make repairs. So when you get a cash offer, the nice thing about that is that truly that is the money that you're walking away with in most cases. Now, every company's different, but at least what we stand by is when we make you a cash offer, that is your money, that's what you're leaving the closing table with. So in most cases, when you go to sell a property, as the seller, you're going to be responsible for paying those agents like we discussed, or you'll even have some closing costs, which is usually a recording fee for that's your county, and then there might even be some taxes. Usually they prorate the taxes between buyer and seller. Each company's different, what they're actually going to pay and not pay. At least for us, when we make you a cash offer, we stand behind that cash offer. We're good to go on that, and we're buying the house as is. We're paying the closing costs. You're not making any repairs, and you don't even have to worry about cleaning the place. You essentially get to take what you want from the property and leave the rest, and we'll buy it as is. So that's our shameless plug. But at any rate, when you're looking at this, that's kind of breaking it down when you're listing the house with a realtor or you want to sell it for cash. This, with a realtor, you're usually going to garnish the higher price, but keep in mind that you got to have a property that's really in great shape. And typically most people buy properties to live in them. Now, on the other hand, if your property needs a lot of work, a lot of love, and a realtor doesn't want to list it, that's when you've got a better option selling it for cash. Cash buyers or cash home buyers, they're ready to buy that house. Again, we like the houses that need a lot of love. That's where we come in. That's where we specialize in. And then we're going to go in, fix the property up, clean it up, and then it's up to us. We might rent it, we might sell it. It's really up to us to figure out what we want to do with it. But hope that helps for you guys. Whether you list it with a realtor or sell for cash, both are great options. And wish you the best of luck. So that's really the pros and cons if you want to do a cash offer or a realtor offer. Again, if you've got a house and it needs love and you want to sell it quick for cash, We Buy Property in Kentucky is a great option, and we hope that you'll consider us. Like I said, we pay cash for houses in Kentucky. We love buying them all throughout the state. You can contact us at 502-509-5676. Or you can just visit us at We Buy Property in Kentucky. Whether we do business with you or not, at the very least, we'd love to answer any questions that you may have and help you out with anything. And we're rooting for you.